So, after finding out that someone shot Drake's security guard a few days ago, now there's new information that says another, seems like fanatical fan has attempted to break into his home. Let's go to CTV for the video.
Good evening. Security remains tight outside the Bridle Path mansion owned by Drake, one day after a shooting that sent one of his security guards to hospital.
And that security was tested today with a steady stream of people coming to see the home, something neighbors say has become a regular occurrence both before and after the shooting. CTV's Janice Golding is live tonight on the Bridle Path with the latest. Janice.
Hi, Michelle. Yes, police have yet to confirm whether or not Drake was inside the home at the time of the shooting, but I can tell you there is a large security presence here, and they actually dealt with a threat this afternoon. Take a look.
Is that necessary? Is that necessary?
Not sure. CCTV.
Is that necessary?
It's CCTV.
I'm asking you a question. Is it necessary?
Yeah.
It really isn't.
Security was on high alert at Drake's Bridle Path home today.
Not necessary.
He's coming off Drake's property. Security guards and a swath of police surrounding and apprehending a man under the Mental Health Act following an attempted break-in at the grounds.
So, I'm assuming upon speaking with the gentleman that they gathered that he has some type of mental illness. Maybe he's faking to have some type of illness, but I don't know. But it seems like this, when stuff gets going like this, it brings out a lot of fanatical fans. Some of them who mine ain't right. Let's continue.
A multi-million-dollar mansion that's always drawn a lot of attention, never more so than now, however. The curious drawn to see exactly where a security guard was wounded in a drive-by shooting.
It feels very surreal. I mean, we're here as tourists, and we just came to see Drake's house, and we heard this big story.
I feel that can be very scary to Drake because it's his life and his house.
People who live and work in the area describe the increased focus on Drake's home as very alarming.
It's quite devastating, really. You know, we haven't really seen this much of excitement. That's what I'd call it.
It's scary because this area is, it's exclusive.
Especially as speculation abounds as to what precipitated the 2 a.m. shooting that sent a security guard standing outside Drake's front gates to hospital with life-threatening injuries.
It's really sad. The security guards are so amazing.
Natasha works next door and says she's angry about what happened.
Because they're sitting ducks. There's no anywhere for them to go, you know what I mean? Like, they're just out in the open. I mean, there's a place up here, and they have a security guard house.
Police have not provided a motive, but this comes as a decade-old feud between Drake and fellow artist Kendrick Lamar hit fever pitch, a beef that exploded over the weekend when each released songs flinging allegations and insults at each other.
Between Lamar and Drake, there's millions of followers on a number of social media platforms. So they're going to be going through all of that to see if there were any threats leveled in the last 72 hours or so.
And while investigators work behind the scenes, private security and uniformed police are protecting the scene on the ground. Now, Toronto police say there are a lot of security cameras in the area, so they're busy pouring through footage. They haven't released any video yet, nor any images, however, of the suspect vehicle. Reporting live, I'm Janice Golding. Now back to Nathan.
So obviously we don't know what exactly is going on here, but we can take an educated guess as to what it stems from. The beef that has been going on. This situation I don't think has come from Kendrick Lamar. The shooting to this, I don't think that to be it, because we heard recently that Kendrick said, you know what, I'm going to stop releasing tracks, whatever tracks he had left to release, because Kendrick just went out his mind. He just he released 73 tracks about Drake just started, but it's like you don't know how far people are willing to go. And like Boosie said in the one video, it's often not the two people that are entertaining the masses that take it this far. Although we have seen that, but it's often the homeboy of the homeboy, the friend that's trying to prove theyself, the fanatical fan who is trying to prove theyself by taking things to the next level. And you see that this is what this looks like. This gentleman maybe have some type of mental illness and decided to show up at Drake's home, and you have all these tourists showing up. They want to take pictures and see the home and all of it. I'm surprised this man even want to live there anymore. But I'm sure he knew, being him, he was going to get this attention for it being his home. But especially when you ask stuff like this type of beef and the magnitude of it, it's going to go that much further, and fans are gonna get in their mind that they need to get involved to help or do whatever, or it often gets out of pocket. And then, as we can see in the past years of watching these different beefs in different cities of different people and different rappers, it often goes in the way of death, as Boosie has explained. But we had to call out Boosie in our last video, explaining that Boosie, you, even though you were right, you can't really rile the people up with your music being as violent as it has been over the years, and then tell everybody to like chill out and be on some kumbaya stuff like that. The youngins are just not going to hear that. But as a message to the youngins, this is often what happens, and it don't always go your way. Like, it's all good and everybody all wants blood. Everybody wants to hear the diss track. Who's gonna say what? All this back and forth. But then when it's your favorite rapper that gets shot, because like we gotta look at how serious this is. We don't know if it was connected, but the security guard is like fighting for his life. This is a job for him. I'm sure he didn't sign up for this willing to die for it. Like this man wants to make it home to his family. You understand? He got families and people that are wanting him to make it home. So it should never get this serious, And to the fanatical fans that are taking stuff out to this extent, if that shooting had something to do with this beef, man, this is Drake lay his head here. Like, his son could have been there to get his baby mama could have been like, family members, mother, cousins, little cousins, kids. It is not this serious, but this is why we say we need to tone down this beef stuff, because as you can see in so many pockets around the country, in different cities and different hoods, this beef stuff ultimately usually ends up in people dying. And that's not a good place for any of us to visit, because at that point it's all beef and people love the entertainment until it's your favorite rapper that died. And even then, when it's your favorite rapper that died, all you're gonna do is put some praying hands of RIP up and wear a t-shirt for about a month after they pass. Their family is the one that's left to sit with that beef. So I'm just saying, you see the craziness keeps continuing, and everybody was so consumed with the beef, but it ain't all it's cracked up to be. But we'll keep you posted and see if any of this is connected and how it goes moving forward. But this your boy P Camp. Let me know what you think, what you don't think. Get at your boy.